Security efforts at Bagram Airfield, one of the biggest military installations in Afghanistan, are ramping up.
That comes as the American troop drawdown continues. Reporter Rachel Cox has teamed up with News 3 Steve O'Hart and joins us live from Afghanistan. And Rachel, you sat down with an Army leader to talk about this drawdown.
Hi, John and Meredith. We sat down with a battalion leader from Fort Hood who is stationed here, and he said even though American troops are heading home, the mission to keep this base safe is still very important. It's also a mission that now involves Afghan police and soldiers as they're stepping up to provide security. Securing an enormous military base like Bagram Airfield takes a lot of work by many different soldiers on all levels of the battlefield.
It's extremely important.
For the commander of Fort Hood's 3rd Battalion 82nd Field Artillery Unit, it started with gaining the trust of the Afghan people.
Like moving into any new community, you have to establish that trust with your neighbor. And frankly, as the Afghan police have taken charge of the security here, it's even more important.
Brooks also depends on interpreters to help in communities near Bagram.
To talk to the Afghan leaders and explain to them where we need their assistance, wherever it is in the Bagram district.
Here you can see just beyond the wire mud huts and a mosque where Afghan people live just outside of Bagram Airfield. Other Fort Hood soldiers on the front lines of intelligence and patrols have also helped to prepare the Afghan security forces as the drawdown continues.
Right now we're providing security for this base, and we also patrol the nearby villages right outside. And we do training with the Jordanians.
The trends show that the Afghans are really taking the lead, and we're a supporting unit to the Afghans at this point in the war.
A war that's meant multiple deployments for many of these Central Texas soldiers who will soon get to return home to Fort Hood. And all of those soldiers that you just heard from will be returning home back to Fort Hood in the coming weeks.
Now, Rachel, this is obviously a very important job. Just how many people are at Bagram?
Well, there are well over 20,000 military members and contractors, so you can imagine with those kinds of numbers, the security of this base is always a top priority. And tomorrow, tune in at 10 o'clock, Steve Fullhart will take a look at how many of these soldiers are finding comfort in the war zone. Reporting live from Bagram Airfield, I'm Rachel Cox, News 3.
All right, thank you, Rachel, and stay safe out there. Keep up with our Assignment Afghanistan series. You can head over to our website, kbtx.com.